Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Michael and welcome to Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes, or Sherlock Holmes, Crime and Punishment. Wait a second here. I accidentally unhooked my headphones. Ouch. The game, in fact, does have sound. I just have it muted at the second. Tell me if it's too loud or too dark or what have you. It looks slightly dark on my end, so I've turned up the gamma. I know that Twitch, YouTube does weird things to darkness. So this is a point and click game from 2014, I think. It was a few years old now. And it's a Sherlock Holmes game, so we'll be solving cases with Mr. Holmes here. And without further ado, let's get started. So I haven't played any of this, like, at all. A friend of mine said it was real good, so I want to give it a try. Rather than getting the newer ones, I'll try this one because I have this game, and for whatever reason, I've never played it. I started up to make sure it worked. In memory of the Ukrainian Evidently Udrid. I don't know what that means. Is that supposed to be in Russian up there? What? Sorry about that. I had to restart the stream. This is Sherlock Holmes and Crimes and Punishment from 2014 on Michael. This is a point and click game. My bitrate was doing weird things, and it seemed like when I restart it, it goes back to normal. I just literally restarted the game, so this is just going to be the little intro scene, I think.
Holmes.
I gotta play it with a controller just because I want to. It seems to play well with it.
Holmes, will you stop that?
I don't think I want to work with this guy, honestly.
You are utterly mad.
Why doesn't he say anything?
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confident step. Clinking handcuffs. Policeman. Nice step avoided. Inspector Lestrade.
Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
X to open the casebook, check your current progress, investigation, tasks, evidence, etc. Inspect. Ooh, a telescope. Oh, I see what you've been looking at. God. Christ. She's just standing there because he knows he's looking. The lighting textures, or not the lighting texture, but the lighting is going crazy there. Not sure what that's all about. Punching bag, another punching bag.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
I don't think I've ever seen one where, you know, like one of these crazy boards. Oh God. Okay, never mind. I thought the frame rate or textures were going all that. It's not the most pretty. Well, I'll just live with it. I was going to say one of these insanity boards where everything is connected. Where I've seen string actually come off the board. I don't think that he's going to get his damage deposit back, but then again, maybe he owns the place? I don't know. Holy crap.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
You're going to get bugs.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
My old bag. I can always consult with it when needed.
Oh.
Can't you imagine shaving with a straight razor? The barber I go to uses a straight razor, and I always cringe just a little bit. I can use makeup? What? Hair and hat. Okay. I don't like that at all. Was he bald? I don't remember if Sherlock was bald. There we go. All right. What porno stash do you want? Yeah, sure. I like that. Some makeup options or costumes you have currently equipped are not available at the moment and will be reset. You assholes. It's everything except the hat. You dicks. Oh, look at those textures. Brown suit. Green suit. Gray suit. I kind of like the gray games that make you restart every time too. That every time make it change the settings. I guess we're leaving. We're going to Baker Street. Profile the victim. Documents. Dialogue. Why do you record this? Souvenirs, echoes, character profiles. Task. Investigate murder of Peter Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lees. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman Lees. I also have like detective vision. That's not it. I think that might be detective vision. Oh. Concentration is right shoulder button. Left shoulder button is imagination. It helps you visualize objects and events useful in limited situations. And it gives me the option for that. I wish I read it. Alright, let's go to Baker Street. Let's go to Baker Street, I said. One more time. Can I please go to Baker Street? No. A is confirmed. I'm pushing A. Oh, I gotta go Woodman Lees. I'm an idiot. I'm on Baker Street. I was there all along. It's kind of a neat loading screen. Open, don't crash. This gives us a chance to look through this, I suppose, though, but we have nothing to look at right now. I have no idea how difficult this game is, either. Coming from a very small place, this street map is pretty crazy. Peter Carey. Black Peter.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Come on then, come over here. Oh, this... This game doesn't agree with my graphics card. Can I run? Yeah. Well, I can... A happy little trot, I'll call it.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
See all the pores on his face. What does X do? What? What am I doing? Oh, am I looking at her? Alright. What am I looking for? I'll use the mouse for this. Makes it a little more easy. Alright, we're gonna look at her bosom. Cameo. What? What is a cameo? Look at her belly. This is a very strange game. Catholic Rosary. What are these things over here? Oh, we're looking at the book too. Gardening gloves, really? Are those gardening gloves? Crested tit. Alright. Looks like we missed something back there, though. Was this timed? What did we miss? Yeah, look at her hat. She has no earrings on. Where are your eyes, Mr. Holmes? Yeah, we're missing something. I can't really... What does that say? Ears? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Birdhouse. I didn't know I could go back that far. Everything will become easier. What?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I don't know. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Judith is from the country, somewhere near the ancient pine wood of Inverness and Strathspey in Scotland, where a crested tit bird can be... How do I get it over there? Found. She is religious and undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when she was a young woman. Yeah, but how do I confirm this? Gloves, I'm guessing.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Maybe we gotta get in the cabin first. The flickering is kind of driving me nuts, but we'll live with it.
Mr. Holmes?
Not in here. No, back there, I presume. married a weirdo, apparently. A lot of people do. Look at that glass. Looks great. This game is a few years old. 2014. I haven't already said that. Can I go in here? No. What was that?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yeah, it has been like that. I think I spend a lot of time in the garden too. I don't know about you guys. Maybe he's no treasure either. Who knows?
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes, weren't you just up there? You have a twin? Oh.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
You know what you say about a man with large footprints? Unidentified footprints left recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodman Lee's. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that could match them. It's a good looking game. Was not flickering like crazy. Kind of reminds me of The Witcher, or what I remember of The Witcher anyway. First game. Yeah, let's talk to him now. Oh, let's look at the gardens more.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Is there anything else I should be aware of here?
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Mr. Holmes?
Triplets.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Oh, it looked like someone tried to pick the lock. T. What's T? Scratches.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
I thought there was a bar across the door. There wasn't. What a shithole. And I
What a
bet
terrible way to die.
what a crappy smell it must be in here. Oh man, I bet that smells bad.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
T. Suspicious empty space outlined in the dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
What do you mean larger than a book? It's not like books come in one size. Sherlock is full of crap.
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Hammerfest, eh?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Let's see what it says about that. Perhaps. In this game, I think you could railroad people too. So it might not be them, but you could force it. Garden and the fields are well kept. A capable gardener works here. Harpoon rack.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
So I get the fire in? What? Why is the fire still burning?
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
He's a very small man.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Oh yeah, walk right into blood, Sherlock. That is perfect. I want to look at the pool of blood, yeah. Rotate the object in any direction to examine it thoroughly to uncover its details.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Oh, I can rotate it. My game is kind of going crazy because I'm using the mouse and the joystick at the same time.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Can I open it?
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
What abbreviations? Was the texture bugged out?
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
What did B do? Find a pair of related clues and they will form deduction. Okay. Let's look at the body first before we do that.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. Peter Carey was... This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Only his 50s? Alright. Break-in attempts, pin to wall, notebook. I don't know what I'm doing right here. He's pinned to the wall. No? Pierre Carey is found impaled to the wall with a harpoon through his chest like a butterfly. Hmm. No? An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Okay.
Ha! Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Tab to organize an ambush. Oh. Organize ambush with Lestrade. Okay. And what does it say? Pierre Carey's boots. They appear to be size 8. Alright. Look at everything in here. I think I looked at the desk. Oh, 2 drinking glasses.
Someone drank from this glass recently. Someone drank from rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Doesn't look too crudely to me. It looks pretty good.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
What? What? Okay, it looks like a ship. What's that thing on the end there? I can skip it as well, which is kind of nice. I'm going to try it a little bit first before I do that, though. Can't get the sails right. This reminds me of The Room. Faculty? What? Move. Oh, I could... But I can't... I can... Can I move other parts? No, I can't. This got to be like... But then when I rotate it, I can't. This is kind of tough. Where's that sail supposed to go? And I don't understand. What was this piece here? Can I move this piece? No. That seems right about right here. This needs to be... Why is this not working this time? There we go. That can only go along this axis. Something like that. And this thing... That? No, not quite. Is that the for sale? I'm a little bit confused. That looks just about right here. Maybe the other side, like this? No. Oh. Wrong button. Ugh. Rotating this is making me a little bit lightheaded for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird. So that is definitely right here. Or I can move it out a little bit. No. Smoking pipe. Where does this go? It's gotta be rotated back this way? Where can this pipe actually go? And this thing could... Oh, come on. That's just about right here. Let me have it. Let me have it. There we go.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
I could tell you that from the beginning, you shithead. You're not the smartest, This game feels like it was made for a controller anyway. There's a whale's mouth down there. A jaw. Anything else I missed? Carries boots. Oh, drag down. Much too small.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Tobacco pouch made from sealskin, which was on the table inside Peter's cabin. Initial PC had been cruelly burned into it. Don't match the footprint. This means that there was another man at Woodman Lee's. Let's talk to Lestrade.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window. where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
You see all the pores on his face. Now what?
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
I'm glad I'm playing this on PC because I could manipulate that thing with the mouse. But also I had the benefit of moving around with the controller.
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough! You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Is he a sailor? They keep zooming in on his hands and how beat up they were. Not well, not beat up, but seemed like he had a lot of welts. Now, blisters is the word I'm going for. If they're rubbed raw. Examine Nelligan's belongings. Okay. Is that Nelligan right there? No.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Looks like a sailor there too.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
It's kind of nice when you can just walk in and you don't have to fight with the people here to see stuff. Like it always seemed like when you're playing Phoenix Wright. I have no idea where any of this stuff is.
Mr. Holmes?
Now right up there. What's up there anyway? Oh, I got stuck. What is this? Staff room? Can I go in the staff room? Am I staff? No, apparently not. Evidence room, yeah. I'm going here first. Christ.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Slam the door. Oh, this was his.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Yeah, this was bugging out. From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883.
And partner, 1883. To my friend?
You're gonna make me do this game? Fine.
From R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
How? How?
A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
I say someone murdered Peter Carey, and they sent this guy in to get some stuff that he dropped. But I imagine. So is they have the kettle boiling here, but are they just using this stove to boil the water because it's here? Or are they actually boiling the kettle in here? What I mean for it is it looks pretty warm outside. So this room must be toasty, toasty, toasty warm. Have a cup of tea. Cup of tea? What the hell is that? Green water. Cup of tea. What do the numbers mean, Noggin? The morgue.
Locked.
Mr. Holmes?
Look at that lout in there. I thought he was talking on a cell phone. Wrong time period, I'm afraid. Hello, Mr. Nelgan.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Nelligan.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Oh, I can look him up and down too. Gabby Cap. You judgmental asshole. Am I going to get less time to do this? Or is this time... Oh, maybe time is slowing down now. Patch. I already missed something. So let's go backwards. Thin... What? What are we trying to find here? He has a thin neck and a shabby cap. Expensive fabric. But a shabby cap. So he's come into some wealth, maybe? Short sleeves. And we missed something back here. But it is patched up though. Ears? Eyes? Just follows us around then. This is a really interesting way of doing things. Scars, yeah. Callus. Short sleeves? And I'm missing something. What am I missing? Elaborate buttons. What?
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Ah. Father's jacket? Profile of the victim. Sure. No, I got it wrong. Select the correct answer. Alright.
So, Mr. Nelligan,
The ring is mine.
Let's give me another chance. X. I don't know the answer to this.
so, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let me go. I'm innocent.
Breaking attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that has been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. I'm not sure if I'm ready to say that yet. I don't really get this. Pierre Carey was armed with his knife, but he did not have time to use it. The murderer acted quickly and instinctively. Pierce Carey's body was impaled to the wall of a harpoon. Maybe we should go to the morgue. Huh? What? Is this water? No, that's to talk to somebody in the next room. I was gonna say, okay, this might be. I thought it might have been water to to douse them down with. Just measure Let's go to the morgue. Doesn't seem to be anybody down here. Alright. We need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body. I say there's a whaler then.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Are we gonna stick him? Okay, let's go back to... Nope, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. What is the right button here? There we go. And what does it say on that ring again? From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883. Okay. Let's go back to Baker Street and talk to our dear friend. Experiment required. So we're starting to form kind of a picture. I'm guessing this is inside his brain, the neurons getting closer. I mean, neurons making linkages. Oh, there's a dog there. I didn't see it.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Really? Chess.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Alright, off to Whitechapel we go.
I need to take a harpoon with me.
Alright, right. This is a really interesting game. I wonder what the other ones are like. There's a newer one. Came out fairly recently. I forget the name of it. Devil's Daughters, maybe? I read some of Sherlock Holmes stories, but I'm not completely familiar with all the
That should
lore.
do it. Now I am ready for the experiment. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1870.
Probably gonna come back here and get those at some point.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 8.
Alright. Let's go to Whitechapel then. We're just riding around with a harpoon. Oh, you get it all prepared for us. Thank you, Mr. Watson. Dr. Watson. An axe.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Hold breath? What? Oh. I suck at this. Can I use...
Holmes, I can't believe it.
This is hard.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
This is freaking difficult. There we go.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Now what? Strength required. Some of the facts may be interpreted differently. You can always change the picture of a crime by choosing... Oh, I didn't read it. It requires a much greater strength than that of an average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. Two men in cooperation might achieve the same result. There's a remote possibility that an unskilled, untrained man could manage to pin. I think it's feat of strength, really. As I said, we could change these later. And now what? Anything else I can look at? Yeah, I bet the smells nice. No flies in here, at least. Probably smells better than that body room we were in. Where are we going? Oh, wait. We had to go to Baker Street and look up the name in the archives. Oh, shit, I did that before. So we wouldn't have to go through another loading screen. When we're looking at the guy and it says short sleeves, I was thinking they meant like t-shirt. And I didn't get why they mentioned it, but what it meant was that it was too short for him. He's wearing his father's coat. Let's look in the archives first. First Electric Railway opens, Bankruptcy Act, 1883.
That is not the one I need.
Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in his loan portfolio and has currently been signed for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. Liquidation of the company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelson is wanted both by police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay. I'm thinking the ship's logs have something to do with it too. Let's talk to Watson before we leave.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
We have a suspect before. Now, can I go to here? Pay a fortune in the fees. They go back and forth London in these carriages. Oh. So cut the logs. There's definitely going to be something about this logs.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 8...
Not allowed? Damn it. I thought I was on to something. I apparently am not. Alrighty, so where are we going again? Scotland Yard. Why is it called Scotland Yard? I'll have to look it up at some point. I forget. I bet this thing will rattle your bones.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Examine the ship's logs. Once again, I am one step ahead. Seems like a lot of his stuff he's saying is just like lucky guesses. I'm gonna see if they'll throw me out. They won't.
"1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
I forgot what month it was.
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual.
June 8th, light breezes through the day. Saw a whale tail alongside at southeast just at night. 2 more ships in sight. Wednesday.
Log notes for June.
Moderate winds from the east. Saw no whales today. When was it he said you left? When? I don't remember when it went down.
Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away.
Canadian Pacific Railway.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Okay. Finding use. A piece of stock exchange certificate belonging to the Canadian Pacific Railway was found inside the Sea Unicorn logs. Pages have been torn out. Approximately 19 years old, he's raised in wealth, but okay. Nelligan remains physically weak. Remaining 6 years of life, he lived at Woodman Lees. Okay. So do we have to go down to the dock, maybe? Okay, I've done this. What do I gotta do now? Wiggins might be able to help find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. He should be somewhere at Baker Street. Okay. I'm a horse.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
I thought I was calling Wiggins. Can I call Wiggins now?
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
All right, let's go. I keep pushing the wrong button. I have quite a good time with this game. Oh,
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
we'll
Clever
make
sweep,
him
sir.
talk. We will.
Oh,
We
yes,
will.
and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Oh, wait. What? I thought that was the evidence room. Oh. The other side.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Okay.
A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
All right. So we got to go to... Should we talk to him first, or should we go there? I'm thinking we go there first, and we be a step ahead. And then we go to Baker Street and remove the chemicals. Smudges, whatever the hell it is. I see the pores on his face. It amuses me greatly. Get us done. Oops, wrong button. I might have run.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Okay. And now... Oh, just wait a second. Somebody is messaging me. I gotta tab out for a second. We gotta go back to Baker Street and let's do that first. I wonder how this guy fits in everything. Give me another second. Uh, That's not what I want. Come on, Steam, be useful. Oh, shoot. I got logged out of Steam. On my phone, I mean. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Oh, here. Oh, one more thing. There. Couldn't see my chat. That is very, there's anyone in there at the moment, but...
My analysis table. I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. So... blue. Is it orange, then clear? So... wait. As there's 2 colors between blue and orange, and I can't use clear. Reset that. All right. All 7 reagents had to be used. Those orange and clear. The blue is the first one. This is clear, right? Colorless. So what if we go... okay, blue. Blue. Green. So there's blue, blue, green. Next has to be orange. Clear.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
I'm confused. Why didn't that work? So I start with orange. What if I start with orange? Orange. Clear. Two blue. Blue. Orange, clear, blue. Orange, clear, blue. Orange, clear, blue, green. Green. Colorless, orange, blue. Colorless. Orange. Oh, next one has to be clear, doesn't it? Damn it. Yeah, that's not going to work.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Alright, let's try this one more time, and maybe we'll skip it. God, I screwed up that one. So we gotta have a clear left over. Or the orange has to be the last one. Let's start with blue then. Blue. Green. Colorless. Orange. Colorless. Yeah, I already screwed up. I already screwed up. Because there's orange in the first one, or blue in the first one. Okay, let's... So orange would need to be 4 and 7. So we went blue. Colorless. Green. Blue, colorless, green. Back. Orange, colorless. Orange, colorless. Blue. Blue. Blue, blue, green. Orange, colorless. I think that's right now. Orange, colorless.
No, something
What?
isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Yes. I did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider. And remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonorable for which you me. What the heck does that mean? I have no idea. Oh, God damn it. I hit my chat again. So let's go talk to William Hartley. Hurtley or Hartley? I think it's Hurtley, wasn't it? So if I wasn't streaming this and I didn't want to take like 20 minutes to actually do that puzzle, which I probably already did take 20 minutes to do that puzzle. It's quite nice that they let you skip these puzzles. I'm all for difficult puzzles, but sometimes you need a break. Hey, not here?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Let's look him over first. Gardener's hands. I can see the top one already. Let's go back this way first. Oh, scar. Handkerchief with crested tit. Okay, so he might be from Cornwall, was it? No. Plymouth. Wherever that lady was from. Plant remains. Oh, is he... Gardener's hands. What does that mean, gardener's hands? Dirty nails?
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Up.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
God damn it.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener, but isn't it? That's what I meant.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
What did you hide?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley.
All right.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Alrighty. Let's go there then. Kinda wish there was less running about. Especially if there's these loading screens between it. And for a little simple stuff like going to get the harpoon, where were the tools kept? Here? No. I didn't see a tool shed. Oh, is she still up there? Oh, it's a shed. Okay.
Locked.
Let's talk to the mistress then. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Clean the fountain. That's kind of nice.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You liar.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Okay, that was what was stolen.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
You do so. Liar.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
I was thinking she was cheating with Mr. Hurtley. Maybe not?
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Is this the right one, or am I supposed to be using this one? I don't see anything. There we go.
Let us see what is in this box.
Oh, one of these puzzles. Okay. Left triggers rotate all. Okay. I kind of get it. I'm going to line all these up, I'm guessing. How do I rotate this button? Okay. Did I switch again? There we go. No, switch. I want this one. I want the other one. This one. This one. God damn it. The other one. There we go. And, oh, I got it just like that. That was easy.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
I was right. Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is a cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. Wow. I was right, though. Manic correspondence between Liam and Hurley and Judith Carey. We haven't figured... Oh, yeah, because we're waiting on Wiggins, aren't we? There's somebody else right here. Is this going to be that many people? I did as you asked and hid them well. I beg you to reconsider. Remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonorable with which you, me. Early's footprints and no gardener. Okay. William's early boots matched the footprints at Woodman Lee's, thus proving that he was there. Nize was the gardener. Okay. Can I deduce anything else? No. I did as you asked. No? No. 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 I don't think we could do anything else yet. Let's go talk to her.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Hurtley's letter.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
I don't think we could really deduce anything else, can we? Oh, these are all really close to each other. It has been confirmed that Liam Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife. Even fell in love and go beyond affectionate but harmless letters and words. Ooh, we got something else now. Early's presence at Woodman Lee's on the night of the murder is explained by his affection toward Judith Carey and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think he's to blame. I was right from the beginning. She's still crying. Achievement unlocked. Made her cry. Yep, I made her cry. Yep. I can't do his accent at all.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
What?
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
I don't know what I'm doing.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
We don't know anything yet. Why did that come up? Is there another? No? Did we just do this? It's been confirmed that Liam Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and he fell in love, but didn't go beyond affectionate but harmless letters and words. Loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy would have provoked him into committing murder. I think it's this one. But we don't really have enough information to say. The guy we're about to go see is apparently pretty strong if he's doing arm wrestling for drinks. What?
Good gracious, you caught someone.
What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. And this is different again. No? Patrick Cairns and Peter Carey, non-smoker. It must still be proven. Okay. So how do I...
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Oh. Can we get Watson to dress as a policeman or a Native American, or maybe we could get Lestrade to dress as who's the other guy? The biker. Black suit, brown suit, green suit, gray suit, light suit, band outfit, farm outfit, morning ground. Sailor outfit.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Kind of funny with a top hat on. He does look like one little bit like a sailor. They get somebody to pre-wear it to make it a little bit dirty. It kind of looks a little bit dirty. Or maybe not. Is this what a sailor's pub is like? I had no idea. A businessman. Nope. This man? I'm probably gonna have arm wrestling, aren't I? This man, yeah. What's the poor man doing? Let's talk to... Can we talk to Barkeep? No. A lot of flies over there.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
You're way too well cut to be a sailor, my friend. Stand is moves. Push, restrain, idle, and move your... Plan your counter strategy. Pay attention to your stamina. All right. I have no idea what I'm doing. Come on, come on. Oh no, he's gonna beat me. He's gonna beat me. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I don't get this. It'd be nice if I could actually see.
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to...
Yeah, right into the earring. Gold earring. Drawing hands. Keep clothes. Sailor's tattoo. Yellow nails. Oh, he's a smoker.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
To understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle. I don't get this. So when he's showing exertion in his face, I should be pushing? I mean, not holding? This is not fun one little bit, and it doesn't seem very responsive. I don't get... Wrong button.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Oop. Yes.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Yeah, I want to skip it.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner? Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Ah, of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Oh, that was, Milligan.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
Oh.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. And those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
plant pouch go to toilet? Oh, did he go looking for that money?
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Is an experienced harpooner currently facing unemployment and poverty. He can be found most often in the sea, which a public house deemed popular by sailors who only arm wrestles for money. Like many of his kind, he's a heavy smoker, indicated by his yellowed fingernails. I think it was this guy. He knew what happened, maybe knew that there was something in some money there somewhere. And, well, he's a harpooner. Plant the pouch into Karen's pocket and determine if the pouch is his. Okay. I did that.
Here it is.
I had to go to the bathroom, or can I just... Can you imagine what the bathroom in this place is like?
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
There was definitely him. I don't know where I'm going, though. Can I just walk through the door? Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, I bet those old carts are hardened bones. Oh, I got changed. You changed me. And he took off my hat. I want my hat back. I don't know why I'm here, actually. I just clicked on it. Box. There's 2 glasses here. Oh, clicked on it twice. Can I make the where am I supposed to be going? I don't... Am I supposed to be making deductions? Confirm that pouch belongs to him. That means he was at the scene of the murder and just proves his guilt. Pouch belongs to him. That means he was at the scene of the murder, but that does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Let's see. Gives him a motive to kill Peter Carey. I think so. Pouch proves a visit, but... I'm a little bit lost right now.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
No, not really. But do I go to Scotland Yard and talk to Lestrade? Strad? Stroud or Strad? I think it was Strad, isn't it? They weren't here before.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Oh, do I need what? Sharpness of noses. Is there anything else I could look at in here? No. All right. Dr. Nelgan.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying another word.
Mr. Holmes?
I'm not saying another word.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. He had observed Peter Carey throwing a man overboard. The man had been saved from sea only the previous night. That man was obviously Joshua Nelgan. It's Garnet Woodman's. I already done that. And inside Sea Unicorn ship logs for August 1883, where the pages had been torn out. Since I'm stuck here, I think I might call it a night here. And maybe tomorrow or the next night when I continue this, we'll continue this with a fresh head. And I imagine there's just something very simple that I'm not getting. Maybe I had to convict somebody right now? I'm thinking. Because he seems pretty suspicious. The Karen's guy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We continue this more tomorrow night. I stream usually 7:30, sometimes a little later, Eastern Standard Time. Is that why you're talking to his client? I have no idea. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.